Hello, children. A good morning to all of you. So, we are going to learn about chapter 17 about forest, our lifeline. Okay, so we'll learn in detail about forest, plants, and animals. So, the learning objectives for this particular chapter is like define forest, describe the structure of forest, list the products obtained from forest, define food chain, list the constituents of food chain, describe the importance of forest to us, human beings. So vocabulary is like canopy, crown, decomposers, deforestation, humus, regeneration, seed dispersal, soil erosion, and understory. The content that we are going to cover in this particular chapter is like introduction, importance of forest, forest as a habitat, food chain, harmful effects of deforestation, taking care of forest. So here the name of the chapter itself tells you that we are just going to talk about forest, which is our lifeline. The message is like forests are extremely important in our life. Okay. Have you ever visited the forest? At least you would have seen in pictures, movies, somewhere. Okay. So if you compare a forest with a city life, there are a lot and lot of differences. So forest is all about trees, greenery all around, fresh air, sounds of birds and animals, which is very pleasant. When it compare comes to city, like it's very difficult to get the sound of birds chirping nowadays. You'll just get the sounds of horn, loud music, all these kind of stuffs. So a lot of pollution with developments and establishments. Okay. So in spite of living in cities, in between big buildings, still we need forest. Okay, we are in need of it. So what basically a forest is? Forest is nothing but a large area of land. Sorry, land basically that is covered with huge trees. Okay, so we have few plant varieties in the forest like bamboo tree, neem tree, palash tree, fig tree, oak tree. We have so many varieties of trees that we could find in the forest. They look so different from each other. Okay, so basically teak wood is used to make furnitures, which is very different from fig tree, neem tree. We have very small trees like ferns, mosses, okay, pine trees. Okay, there are so many varieties of plants that we could see in the forest. Next, we are going to discuss something called layers in forest. Okay, so basically forest has some layers. Okay, so when we talk about forest, one important thing that we need to discuss is the layers of forest. Okay, that is what we are going to discuss, horizontal layers. So there are so many varieties of trees, and also the numbers are huge. Okay, the numbers of trees that are present in the forest are very huge. So the first layer is crown. Crown is nothing but the above ground branchy plant part. Okay, so this is the crown portion of this plant. This is the crown portion of this plant. This is the crown portion of this plant. Okay, these are the crown portions. Okay, the above portion of the tree is what you call as crown portion. It just gives the top shape of the tree. Okay, so crowns, when a lot of plant present together, when a lot of trees present together, you cannot define which is the first layer, which is the second layer. Okay, it just, when you just look the forest, when you're traveling over a bridge or something, you could see something green. You will not be able to see even the roads or water which is there inside the forest. You just see a layer, a blanket of some greenery. Okay, that layer is what you call it as crown. Next is canopy. Canopy is the structure formed by collections of individual plant crowns of a plant community. When you are inside the forest and you just look up, okay, this is how it looks. Okay, this forms the canopy. This is the canopy. Canopy is the structure formed by the collection of individual plant crowns of a plant community. So if you ever look at a forest outside, only the top region is seen, that is the crown. The ground positions or portions are not at all visible. When you just look, when you're just inside the forest and try to look through the sky, you could find the layer, and the top layer is what you call it as canopy. Okay, outside, the top layer which you see is the crown. From inside the layer which you see is what you call it as canopy. So because of the canopy region, forest doesn't receive intense sunlight, okay, because the rays that falls on the leaf, the crown portion takes it. Even when it rains, the water doesn't falls on the ground, it just falls on the trees, then it just oozes down through the branches, then comes to the lower level. Next, we have something called understory. So, when the different sizes and types of crowns from horizontal layers in the forest is called understory. Giant and tall trees constitute the top layer, followed by shrubs and tall grasses. Herbs form the lowest layer. Okay, so underlayer is the lowest layer. The sunlight in this layer is very less, with algae, fungi, and mold on the trunks of the leaves because of the moisture content which is always there, because there is no intense sunlight. The insects like snake, butterflies, frogs, beetle reside in this layer.